Hi, everybody. Dr. Amber Mele'ha Wolf here, welcoming you to the creation of the Global Consciousness Reset. And there are 3 videos here. This is just the introduction. And what we've done in these videos for 3 days around the equinox, March 19th, 20, and 21 of 2020, each day we've created a portal to the Star Mothers. Day 1, I read all the cards with the Lemurian codes, which were the outside of the portal, the wheel, so to speak. And then the inside are the 5 elements that Cryon gave me to create the shamanic teaching wheel, which is teaching that is coming in the future, coming very soon. And so the Star Mothers have given me the information to do this as a connection between all of the portals on the planet where they can bring energy. And this is about healing, and this is about coherence. And this is about the time on our planet when we are ready to be responsible for that. So day 1, you'll see me putting the cards out, then reading them, and putting the 5 elements in the middle of the wheel. And that is what you see here on the table. I'll just move my camera a little bit so you can see that. You see the cards create a wheel, and then the different things on the inside that create the elements. And in those recordings that I've made, I explain what those elements are beginning on the first day. So just a little introduction here. Hope you enjoy this time. Hope you feel your Lemurian soul, your Kash, begin to come alive in remembrance and in appreciation for the love and the teachings from the Star Mothers. Mahalo and aloha.
Right, so here we are. It is the beautiful solstice now, and I am here to give you something new from the Star Mothers that hasn't happened before, and I'm really excited about it. They told me this morning that it is the 5th activation, so how about that? I haven't received an activation from them in quite some time, over a year. So that's what we will be doing. So hang on to your hats, people. Here we go. I also want to let you know that this is being translated right now at the same time that we're doing this, so that I may at different times speak a little more slowly so that my translator can catch up. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody who's watching. So exciting. So what we're going to do today is do a cosmic consciousness, global consciousness reset. And we do use the cosmic consciousness of the world to do that. And I'm really excited about that because, you know, it's interesting that this came to me through the Star Mothers a long time before we began the last 2 weeks and all that's going on in the last 2 weeks. So that in itself is kind of interesting, isn't it? So if you're watching this on, I'm going to turn my phone so that I can see what it looks like on my computer. It says I can't turn it while I'm recording. Okay. So anyway, so Global Consciousness Reset, we're going to use the Lemurian code cards. Oh, thanks. Somebody said they love my haircut. Yep, just had that done. Thank you. Hi, Eileen. We're going to use the Lemurian code cards, and then the other things that I put on your online to have with you were 5 different things. Something that represents the earth, something that represents water, something that represents fire, something that represents air, and something that represents the self or the soul, and something that represents culture. Now that's kind of a mystery, that culture part, because we have, what does that mean actually? So what that means is that we each are a particular culture, and that doesn't mean I'm Italian or I'm French or I'm American. What it means is who we are as people. So if you look a little more deeply to see what culture is, that's what represents you. Hi, Michaela. Nice to see you too. And Paula. Hello, goddess. So what we're going to do is first have a little meditation, and then we're going to spread the cards out in a circle. I have my table here ready and my star mothers watching. So while I do the meditation, I'm just going to let you look at the star mother here. So let's just tune in here for a moment to the energy of the star mother. She's right here. And just allow that ancient energy to come be with you. It's pretty amazing that we have now in this world, we have this energy that we can tap into, have it be with us, have it work with us, have that part of us come alive again. And just in time, don't you think? So take a breath and relax your body for just a moment. And imagine that all around the world, this grid is happening. This grid is awakening. This grid is touching one another. Points of light. As I've been teaching for years now, that we are all connected points of light. And this is the time to really use that energy. So imagine those filaments of light, those strands of light connecting us all through time and space, giving us everything we need to do what we came here to do, to bring more light to the world. And take another breath. And just let yourself say yes to that. I am here to bring the light. So let's start creating our portal. So since we have the Star Mothers right there, I'm going to create the portal right at the base of them. And I'm going to use the codes, the cards right here. See if I can get that in the camera. Yeah. So I'm going to begin with Star Center 11. Oop. Sorry. And then I'm going to make this circle around Star Center 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. To make it a little bigger. 7, 8, 9, and 10, and back to 11. So those are the beautiful cards. And then I'm bringing in these different elements that I talked to you about. The first one for me is earth, and I'm using this crystal that I love. And I'm just going to put that right here. Hope you can see all this as I move around. And then the next element is fire, and I have a candle that I'm going to use for that, and it's red. It says love on it, and I'll light that in a bit. And then water, you can use a glass of water, but I have this little fish and it has a spiral. So I really love that. Let me show you there. So I'm going to use him or her. Let's see, earth, fire, water. And then for the air element, I have a turkey feather. Let's see if we can see that. There it is, beautiful turkey feather. And then for the center of the spiral, oh, culture, that's right. That funny thing, culture. I am using these goddessy things that I have here for culture because that's really who I am these days. Hope you can see that. This is very different than I expected. I thought I could use the camera in a completely different way and just rotate the tripod. It worked really well when I tried it out. But now something different's happening, and as everything these days, we're going with the flow, right? So we have these 5 elements here in the center of the circle with the cards around the outside. And now you can feel how different these are and how the energy is shifting and changing as I keep adding things. In the center for self, I'm going to use this big shell that I have. And I brought to put in there a bunch of different spiral earrings that I have because I love spirals so much. And that represents to me what we're all about here, is the spiral of energy that we've created on the earth. So I hope you've been able to see that. I hope that it's making sense to you. I'm going to light my little candle here. And there we are with this mandala. I'm assuming you can see it, parts of it. So we have the crystal for the earth, fire, water, air, and culture, the goddess right there, and then the self and source energy right in the middle. And of course we have the Star Mothers. So the next thing that's going to happen, oh, Pat is creating her altar at the beach. That's beautiful, thank you. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to read these cards to you. And if you don't have cards and you're joining in, that's okay. Just focus on the energy. That is the Star Mother's gift to us, is that you don't have to have anything other than your focus on what their energy is. So, you know, you can practice and make these altars another time. The Star Mothers did suggest to me that we have 3 days of doing different ones. So that's pretty interesting. I hadn't expected that either. So that is activation 5, is creating this altar with these elements and the wheels in the center and the cards on the outside. All right, so you're welcome to just close your eyes and listen as I go through all 11 cards. And the voice of the Star Mothers come through me as I read these. I do go into an altered state. All right, let's begin. Star Center 11. From Mother Gaia comes the origin of your humanity, sending the frequencies of her crystalline grid upward into your crystalline structure. She is your regenerating strength. Through her, you are stabilized and revitalized. All is in divine order when you acknowledge and esteem your relationship and bond to the Earth Mother. Star Center 11. Take a breath. Star Center 1. Up from the crystalline structure of Mother Gaia, your human form rises to stand firmly on the earth. You are rooted in her foundation, and you are your own being. From this position of stability, you discover your place in the tribe of humanity, nourishing your longing to belong to your human and spiritual family. Star Center 1. Star Center 2. From the cauldron of your life force, you have the capacity to conceive, gestate, and transmute invisible beginnings into manifested form. As the awakened human, each of your creative seeds are infused with a primal spark and a spiritual essence. This blends you as human and divine and manifests in all your creations. Star Center 2. And take a breath. You have come into form to live your own distinct Akashic expressions. Allow your innate, intuitive perceptions to guide you forward in your life's purpose. The interwoven meld of your will and divine will manifests through you as unique gifts and potentials for your self-realization. Star Center 3. And take a breath. Star Center 4. In the blending of your human and divine hearts is a sacred elixir that is the highest form of love. Your evolved emotional vibrations are expressed through your thoughts, words, and actions from the chalice of your heart. Through the alchemy of your human divine heart, your potential to embody yourself as the cosmic human beloved emerges. Star Center 4. And take a breath. Star Center 5. You express your divine will through sound, formed of words or tones. These arise as the harmony between your humanity and your divinity, flowing powerfully out into the world to create your destiny. Your authentic resonance as sound current is expressed as, I am the one truth. Star Center 5. Star Center 6. Whoop. Deep in the physical center of your human brain, pineal gland, the all-seeing, all-knowing eye reverberates with your awakening. This all-embracing eye recognizes an unbroken stream of balance, objectivity, and trust in the perfection of Spirit's plan. Light streams into and from your portal of expanded perception as insight. Star Center 6. And Star Center 7 right here. The Divine Source calls you forth to celebrate your relationship to the all that is. This direct experience of the infinite source of love and wisdom are your legacy. Open yourself to receive the spontaneous transmissions of light and waves of divine love that are your Akashic inheritance. Star Center 7. And take a breath. For Star Center 8, the Pleiadian Star Center, As collaborators in this great experiment, and through your Akashic agreement with the Star Mothers, they enter and encode you for reawakening your DNA. Your portal to the Star Mothers perpetually hovers above you in an eternal etheric fiber of illumination. You are continuously and divinely suffused with the attributes of love, grace, honor, inspiration, guidance, and encouragement. Star Center 8. Star Center 9, the Divine Feminine. Your aspect of the sacred feminine is the dark and mystical face of the divine. In you, she is receptive, yielding, affirmative, encouraging, and nourishing. Welcome her offering of profound internal surrender that is represented by her inward spiral as you feel the tenderness of the Great Mother sustain you. Star Center 9. And take a breath. And Star Center 10. Your connection to the sacred masculine is the bright and shining face of the divine. Through him, you are forward movement, intense, consuming, protective, and energetic. Your left palm is open and facing downward to impart his vitality. Allow the penetrating potency of his outward spiral to charge and focus your transformation. Star Center 10. And then, as always, we repeat Star Center 11. From Mother Gaia comes the origin of your humanity, sending the frequencies of her crystalline grid upward into your crystalline structure. She is your regenerating strength. Through her, you are stabilized and revitalized. All is in divine order when you acknowledge and esteem your relationship and bond to the Earth Mother. Star Center 11. And take a breath. And another breath. And with your eyes closed, see this circle, the cards 1 through 11. See these elements, the earth, the fire, the water, the air, the culture, and the divine source. You all who are listening are being a part of something brand new, something that's been waiting to come onto the planet till we were ready. And so here we are. Now is the time. And the Star Mothers would like to come in for a moment and say something. And I will just keep the camera focused on this portal, because that is what this day is about, this recording. It's about creating a reset in the global consciousness through each of these portals, wherever you are in the world, whatever you have put on this portal, and whatever you put on this portal tomorrow and the next day and the next day, using those elements and connecting to the other stars that we are together. So take a breath, please. Dear Shining Ones, we step into this meeting with Mele'ha. We greet you all, and we give you our biggest love. Please know that we are standing, we are touching, and we are lighting up the earth with you. You have come at a time when great awareness is necessary to bring this planet, these people, these cultures, these politics into a new paradigm. You have come for that, beloved Shining Ones. And we are with you. You are inside of us, of course. You have always been. And we are inside of you. You have waited for such a time. And while we do not ask you to be serious, we ask you to take the creation of these portals seriously, for they are the beginning of the brand new shamanic teaching wheel given to Mele'ha. Now, she did not know she would be creating this circle today to announce that. But you have all heard the words come from our dear friend Cryon. And now we are making that manifest. It is the perfect time, is it not? And each of your homes is the perfect place to create a portal, not in a hotel somewhere. And we tell you this, bring this portal to the light. Bring it outside. Bring it to your windowsill. Bring it to the earth, wherever you can create with your cards and your elements. Create this wheel. This is the beginning of something sacred, something deeply transformational for all humanity. It will be the women of Lemuria who create this transformation. Just as you decided to come here, we will tell you this is your next step should you say yes. Creating the portal of transformation, a global consciousness reset. And understand that you are planting a seed today that will need nurturing, that will need water, sunshine, feeding, weeding. It will need your focus. And each time you create this portal, we step in and we anchor more energy from the Pleiadian Star Mothers to the planet. Do you see why, beloved Shining Ones, it is so important for you to do this? It is no small thing. And in its largeness, you need not feel alone. When you build these wheels, these portals, and we anchor energy there, we are there for you. We will speak with you. We will sing with you. We will celebrate with you the beginning of a new humanity. This is what you have to look forward to. A new time on the planet. You may have some squeaking of resistance from some as you come forward. You may find your own squeaking as you come forward. That's all right. Just breathe, beloved, dear, beautiful children. Just breathe. And each time you breathe, remember today. Remember the portals that you create. Remember the part of the global consciousness reset that you are. For this is not just for today. This is just the beginning. So we ask you for these next 3 days of your equinox, whichever hemisphere you live in, that you create another portal tomorrow and the next day. That will be 3 portals. Each day, reading the cards in clockwise circle. Each day connecting to the codes. And we know that not all of you have the cards. And that's okay. You can place 11 stones or 11 pieces of anything around in a circle and connect to the energy of Lemurian codes in your consciousness. Just do that. But those of you that do have the codes, read them every day after you create your portal. And then sit with us for these 11 minutes. Just breathing, just calling us, just bringing us in to your shamanic teaching wheel, the very rudimentary beginnings of a new teaching for humanity. This is global, planetary, galactic, universal. Take a breath and take that in. You are the ones we've been waiting for, and you were born for this, beloved ones. We step back now and give this meeting back to Mele'ha. Remember who you are. Remember why you're here. You are our children, and we are with you. We step back. Okay, dears. Thank you for being with me. Thank you, Star Mother. Welcome to my dining room in Arizona. It's a beautiful sunny day here, and I'm going to go out in it in a little while. That was just unexpected for me, of course, and I'm delighted that the Star Mothers have gifted all of us with this new activation for the Lemurian codes, but also a way of feeling empowered, each one of us, wherever we are, to create something beautiful and amazing, to create an anchor for the energy of the Star Mothers, a place for them to touch the planet. We really are blessed, and though the world may be going through a lot right now, we have each other, we have the Star Mothers, we have the wonderful teachers that are with us. So thank you all for what you do and who you are during these times. We are the new Lemurians on the earth today. Please take care of yourselves, be safe, be kind, and wash your hands. My love to you all. Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of Global Consciousness Reset. Today, I will be rebuilding my portal to the Star Mothers with you. And I'm doing a recording today because I'm doing it a little differently. Let me show you. So I have changed my cloth. I have moved the Star Mothers. But I'm going to start with the cards, with the Lemurian codes, and build my circle all the way around. I'm going clockwise with the cards, making a circle. The Star Mothers will today be to the right of my portal, enjoying a view. Oh, there we go. 8, 9, and 10. So from here, I'm going to put the 5 elements, the 5 spokes of the shamanic teaching wheel. I'm going to begin with my representation for fire, which is this wonderful sage smudge. And I'm going to put that right here. And just like in the Lemurian teaching wheel, there are no spoke numbers. So it doesn't come first, second, third. This is just how it's going today. So I'm putting down smudge for there. And then for my water element, I'm using this little dolphin and putting him or her right there. And then for my air element, I have a butterfly. So the butterfly is going right there to represent air. And then my earth element is an actual piece of a live plant from right outside. Thank you, plant, for coming to be with me. And I'm putting that here. Now, culture. My culture is very much about my Lemurian sisterhood self. So I decided to bring some of these beautiful fire goddess pendants. I don't know if you could see those. I brought 3 because we're doing this 3 times. You probably can't see them, but here they are. They're living in this beautiful little magenta dish as they become part of my culture. And then also I have a very old but very sweet picture of my son because part of my culture is being a mom. So I'm going to put that right there. Now in the center, I have this special activator plate that was given to me when I was in Miami. So that's going to activate whatever's on this altar. For source and self, I've divided that into 2 hearts. One heart is clear, that represents source. And that's going right on that activator. And the other one is metal, and it's quite heavy. That represents my humanity and my divinity right there together. Yeah, so it looks very different than yesterday. It has a different energy. I'm not going to read the cards out loud today. What I'd like to do is, once I stop recording, is have you all read your own cards, and I'm going to read mine. And then I'm just going to sit quietly in meditation as this portal brings in the energy of my intention. And my intention is for global consciousness reset. We were born to do this. We came here to do this, to create a new Lemuria. Here, now's the time. So thank you all for being with me. I am sacred. You are sacred. We are sacred ones. Mahalo and aloha. Morning, everybody, from Pacific time, California time, even though I'm in Arizona. Namaste. And I greet you today on day 3 of our living portal to the Star Mothers, and it's really exciting.
We have had 3 days of goddesses all over the planet creating these beautiful portals and sending pictures to me. So thank you for posting your pictures, and thank you for taking part in this. And welcome everyone. We have also Luca and Julia, who are in Bologna, Italy, anchoring the Star Mothers portal there and translating. So thank you for that. Many, many thanks, my dear ones. Well, every day things on our planet are changing, aren't they? We are having an amazing awakening, an amazing awakening. Hello, Paula. So Paula Acosta in Buenos Aires is the now publisher of the Lemurian Codes for Healing. So if you are in South America, that is where you get your cards from Paula. And you can find that right on my website. So it's exciting. Angela, hello, darling. Hello, Lissy Torres. And Amber Stanley, Sheila White. I'm just going to take a couple of minutes to say hi to everybody as you pop on here. I know this was last minute. I was just going to make a video, but the Star Mothers woke me up this morning to tell me I needed to do a live session today with the cards because they have something to say. So here we are. And we'll do that after I create my portal. One of the things the Star Mothers did say to me was that, well, they have a lot to say. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Sorry. I'm going to make my portal now. So I'm just moving my camera a little bit so you can see my table here. And I'm going to start with Star Center 11 and then go to 1, 2, 3, 4, over here by the Star Mother, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So here they are. Let's see them all. There we go. So now for today, for my different elements, I'm going to start with the center, and the past 2 days I have finished with the center. So I want to show you this beautiful, it's sterling silver, 5-spoked wheel that was given to me by a wonderful shaman. He and his wife came to Cali, Colombia. He's from Bogota, to be a part of my event there. And so they gifted me with that. And since we are now beginning these 3 days are the beginning of the shamanic teaching wheel. So I wanted to place that in the center as self and source, and also as new beginnings. And then from the earth, I'm bringing this big, beautiful crystal. It's from Arkansas. I've had that for a very long time. From the air, I decided to have this today, which is Ingrid Auer's Aura Essence for the Lemurian Sisterhood. So you spray it through the air in your aura. So that would be like this over me. And I'm going to spray it over this altar. And that is my air element right there. Then my, let's see, I have my earth, my air. My other air element that wanted to come today is this feather that I painted, because this is also a water element, the spray, because its base is in water. So I'm supporting it with this feather painting on a rock that I did. And then my fire today is also another crystal, but it's a candle holder. So I'm going to light the candle that's in there. So if you have a candle, now is a good time. So there's that. Now, my water element today is a piece of coral that comes from the Atlantic Ocean, the other side of the world. And it's been with me for a long time. I'm from that coast, the East Coast in the United States. So that is going to be that beautiful element right here. And then I'm going to put that there so I can put my culture element, and it has 3 parts today. The first part is this little clay vessel that my son made. And I know it says his name on the bottom, but I don't know what else it says. I'm sure he was 4, maybe, or 5 when he made this. So that's my culture of motherhood. And then this lovely angel goddess, Mary, who is going to come be in my culture. And then this little purple heart, which for me represents my own heart and my heart's connection to not just the divine feminine and my son, but to all of humanity, all of the children, all of the feminine and all of the masculine. So that's going right in there with it. So there you have it, my altar for today, my portal. And I'm really excited to get on with the message from the Star Mothers, because I know they have something beautiful for us. And even if you're listening to this at some time in the future, you can, of course, still create these portals. There is no time not to create them. And we're coming into a new time on the planet. And so new information is coming in all the time. So let's have a moment of meditation. Take a couple of breaths. And just let your energy settle. Feel the connection to your portal, but also feel the connection to something larger, to the global consciousness reset that these portals are about. And you don't have to think about what that is. You don't have to know. There's no doing here, except when we create these portals, that we are focused and we are welcoming and we are telling the Star Mothers that we are here and we are ready. Now take another breath. Dear Shining Ones, we step forward into your portals, into this sacred circle of the earth, into this global consciousness time. For truly, that's what this is. All of you who are live today on the planet, regardless of your age or where you are, everyone is a part of this reset. Some of you are feeling it much more deeply than others. This we see. And for those of you, we are more connected than ever when you know why it is happening. And as we have said, this can be uncomfortable. This can be inconvenient. This can cause death even in your paradigm. But make no mistake, it takes a huge community of light workers, such as you, the younger ones, the older ones, all the ones who are having self-realization now. This is why you are here, to guide this earth, who is so beautifully recovering during this vacation from industry. You are here to help guide the consciousness of the people. And though you may think you are one person in one room somewhere, when you find that space in your consciousness and in your heart, and you come into coherence, you are touching the greater coherence of the planet. For we tell you truly, there are those like you, speaking different languages, having different prayers, but connecting to the one source, the one meaning of what this is that is happening. Take a breath. Every time you contribute your coherence, the shift moves a little more and a little more. And that is why we have you creating these portals, not just to connect with us, but because the focus on their creation from start to finish, when you are feeling and thinking, what shall I create today in this portal? You come into coherence at that time. And then in the creation of them, you come into more coherence. And as you read each of the cards again today, and sit in your 11 minutes of silence, more coherence. So much more coherence that your immune system catches up. So it is personal and it is global. And it is beautiful, is it not? These things together that we do. For we are together with you each moment. And this morning, we awoke Mele'ha with this message. Our dear beloved Shining One, Mele'ha. Before you were called Mele'ha, the feeling to create these cards came into you, did it not? And you are just going about your day, doing what you do. But we want to stop you right now and remind you that it is 3 years exactly, 3 years exactly on your spring equinox, that the first kernel of your awareness to make this creation, to bring through the Lemurian codes, that first kernel started to wake up inside of you. 3 years. Now, thousands of these codes in many languages are all across the planet. From that little kernel of your Akashic remembrance came this. And each one who responds to these codes is also waking up their Akashic remembrance, is also saying yes, maybe not knowing why, just like you, Mele'ha. You gave yourself to us. 10 years ago, you said, use my life in service. Use what is left of this life in service, and we heard you. And we ask that all of you who have that prayer, we ask that you become aware that we are listening. Mele'ha is one among many, among all of you. We have given these codes to her to be the steward of, to birth them into the world, to shepherd them to where they needed to be. And we continue to give her messages of awakening to the deeper level of the Akashic significance. Indeed, these codes are significant to all of you. And to those who are not aware they are significant. This is a legacy of this time on the planet. And we ask you each to continue to focus on this wheel and these 5 elements and the hub of the wheel. Take a breath, please. So here is what is next. You have had your 3 days of wheel creation. Your 3 days of reading the cards and spending 11 minutes with us. And now we say this. Each new moon in the next 11 months that you create another wheel. Now we know that Mele'ha is giving you Lemurian lunation on the full moon. That is one end of the cycle. Now we ask all of you to create on the new moon as the other end of the cycle. You do this together in community, and you share your awakenings. And you don't have to share them out loud, but what if you were to write them down each moon on paper, in a journal? Write them down. What are your Akashic moments with each new moon portal? What has come through since the last new moon. For these are the teachings of the Shamanic teaching wheel. This is the beginning, beloved ones. And you are the ones who have brought it forth through Mele'ha to share with you. It is the ancient wisdom, as we told her, for modern times. Look to this as your world continues to transform. Look to this portal as an anchor for serenity, for remembrance, and for the love that you bring to the planet, and for the love that we funnel into you. It has been so long, dear shining ones, since we have seen the light of your faces, turned up to the heavens, communing with the stars, with the moon, with the sun. And we are ready to say welcome. And we are ready to embrace you. We have missed you so dearly. And now it is time for us to be together. Each one of you has a unique opportunity to create from your own Akash a sacred rebuilding of humanity. This is the time for the transformation of the human. And you are the foundation. Lemurians, you are the foundation. We step back now. We thank our beloved Mele'ha. We thank our anchors all over the world, our translators. We thank Julia and Luca. We see you. We honor you. Each point of light, each Lemurian heart and soul. For now, aloha. Aloha. Thank you, beautiful ones, for being with me today. And the Star Mothers and I'm going to turn my camera again, creating another wheel here. In the days to come, I will definitely be giving you more information about the Shamanic teaching wheel. I've had a lot come through, and it's getting organized inside of me as a way to present. But it's clear that it's time. And it's clear that the Star Mothers are ready for me to bring this to you. And I do this with great honor. So thank you, all of you. We are a community of light workers, old souls, old people, young people, men, women, children. We do this together. And I feel very blessed. Thank you, beloved ones. Thank you so much.